Hi everyone, and welcome to another series of training videos. This series is going to be entitled Customer Service. The goal of this series is to teach you, the flooring consultant, the realities and practicalities of floor covering once it's installed. Okay? We're hoping that we can train you how to take care of the floors properly, then in turn you can train the customer. Now, who would know more about customer service than my man, Mr. Steve Marsh, who's been in the industry a lot of years and has a lot of experience. So Steve, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will.
Well, thank you, Jim, for having me here today. My name is Steve Marsh. I'm the Customer Service Manager for the Sacramento region, and I have been in floor covering for 35 plus years, all from installing, measuring, selling, cleaning, customer service. I've done it all, Jim.
Yeah, kind of wall to wall, he's done it all. So, okay. Well, today we're going to focus on hard surface. And Steve, tell me, what are like the four biggest issues that you see when you're going into consumers' homes?
Sure, Jim. These are the four most common ones that I see. First one would be scratches. Second one would be moisture-related issues. Third one would be loss of luster or dullness to their finish of their floor. And the fourth one would be their carpet next to their hard surface is getting extremely dirty and it won't clean with the normal vacuuming.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, tell you what, let's take them one by one and knock them out and train the staff how they can help rectify these issues for the consumer. So, scratches. What's causing it and what can we do to correct it?
Well, most everyone that has a floor covering has furniture that's on top of that floor covering. So scratches are generally caused by an improperly footed chair, table, or piece of furniture. So what we have available for them are a wide variety, Jim, of felt pads to help protect their hard surface floor. These are flat. They can be cut into sizes of the customer's needs. They would go under something that, like a dresser or a china cabinet that sits flush on the floor. These are round and they're also self-adhering, but these would go under chairs and tables that have flat surfaces on the floor. Here's another variety. Some of the stores have these packages. This would be a disc that they could put under an already footed floor that doesn't have any felt on it, or under a piece of furniture that is flat but has little tiny button legs that we don't want on the surface of the floor.
Okay. Now I'm guessing probably chairs are the most common, and these are just like peel and stick, so they're probably going to have to be replaced somewhat often.
Sure. Most of the furniture that moves a lot, that friction will cause those things to wear down, so we have to be replaced more often than those things that set still and don't ever get moved.
Okay, so putting felt glides on the bottom of the furniture and the chairs is going to eliminate the bulk of the scratches to their hard surface flooring.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, number two, you mentioned moisture-related issues. Tell us, what are you seeing? What's happening to the floors? And again, what do we do to rectify it?
Sure. Upon inspection, usually the customer's having me out because their floor looks different than when they first bought it. Something has happened or occurred to the floor. And these common things that I see would be, specifically for wood and laminate, would be the sides of the planks are starting to raise up like this. Or wood, the same thing can happen, but more commonly in wood would be raising of the grain near the edge, and so when that grain gets raised, they're walking off the finish and the color, so it's losing some of its color. And
so what's causing it? And
usually it's an excessive amount of moisture due to their maintenance methods. Without our guidance, Jim, they're left to their own wares to take care of their floor. And some of the common ways that I see that they're cleaning their floors aren't really recommended. Things such as using the wet swifter or damp mopping. I have customers who are using a steam cleaner on their floor, and some improper products that aren't even designed for wood floor or laminate floors, like Murphy's Wood Soap. So when they're using these products on the floor, generally they're overwetting the floor.
Okay, so they're seeing these things advertised on TV. They're thinking it's great for their new hardwood floor. They go out and buying it from the grocery market or wherever they're buying it from, and they're actually destroying their floor. So we as salespeople, what do we need to tell them to get them on the right track from the very get-go?
Well, we have all the products necessary here, and by the way, I don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to put it in their job when they're selling to a customer a hard surface. For the laminate and hardwoods, we have one manufacturer, that's Bona, and we have a system that is a spray bottle and a mop system. We also have this new system, which is an attachment, and the spray is governed by the mop itself, and the bonnet's in there.
Okay.
And as an aside, Jim, I know that in my own personal experience that I have a vinyl floor that I'm the expert at my house, so I get to clean my floors. And I have a vinyl floor in which I do once a week, and I go through at least 2 bonnets during that one cleaning. So I imagine if they're buying 200 feet or more, we would probably want to sell them a couple extra bonnets as well.
Okay, now what's the purpose of changing the bonnet out, or what's the advantage of that?
Sure, you can imagine when you're collecting soil, it fills up with soil. If it's not replaced, you're just spreading the soil around.
Okay. You would liken it to...
Oh, well, leaving a residue on the...
Okay.
Leaving a residue on the floor will help also cause the lack of luster to their floor. Sometimes an improper cleaning will do that. If they're not using the spray system or mop system correctly. One of the common scenarios I see when I'm out in my inspection is, and I do ask my customers to show me how they're cleaning their floor, they're spraying the floor and they're spreading the wetness around, and then they're letting it air dry. Well, I try to explain to them that they need to treat it like cleaning their window. When you have Windex and you clean your window, you don't take your towel and then wipe it and just spread the wetness around and let it air dry. Jim, what do you think would happen if you did that?
Well, it's going to be all streaky.
All streaky, exactly. Well, that streakiness is residue. So just like your window on your floor, you want to make sure that you're doing a small area with the spray, you're using the mop to agitate it until it's all evaporated. You don't really want to leave a wetness on the floor.
Okay, so hugely important. Changing the mop heads all the time so they're constantly working with a clean, dry mop head. So that'll help eliminate the moisture problems as well as the loss of shine.
The loss of shine.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, then number 4, you talked about walk-off, or what we call walk-off
mats.
onto the carpeting. You know, what's that caused by?
I see, yes. Well, anytime there's a residue left on the floor, if you're not going to be drying it with your mopping system, that residue will collect soil. Well, the residue also will be transferred. When you walk on the residue from your hard surface and you walk onto a carpet, you're taking with it the residue and the soil. It's going to deposit onto the fibers of the carpet. That dirtiness won't clean up with your normal vacuum because you've got the stickiness of the residue on the fiber itself. So customers may feel they need to have their carpets cleaned more often because they're not able to extract it with the normal vacuuming.
Okay.
It's unnecessary if they have the right system of cleaning their hard surface floors.
Okay, okay. So, and then what could they do to prevent maybe even some of this stuff even getting on their floor, or you know, we talk about soil coming into the house or things
Sure.
like that?
Extremely important to have walk-off mats at all their exterior doors. Anytime you're coming from the outside in, you're bringing dirt, grit, sand. All of these things left on your feet will cause scratchiness to your floor, dirtiness. So it's really a good idea to recommend having a walk-off mat at the entrance on the outside of the door before you come in to wipe your feet, and one also just as you come in. The more opportunity a customer has to wipe that dirtiness off their feet, the more it's going to protect their hard surface floor.
Okay, okay, great. Now, in closing, Steve, we've kind of talked about the scratches, the felt glides, the moisture-related issues, making sure that they're totally drying the floor as they've got the spray cleaners on it. That'll also help with the loss of shine because, again, that's just a buildup of residue. And then also the walking off of the cleaning products onto the carpeting. So, and then what else? We also talked about the walk-off mats both outside and inside. Now, you going out to the claims, when you talk to a customer, are they being told this in the store, or are they being educated at all by our flooring consultants?
For the most part, no, and that's why I thought this would be an important training session is, Jim, I can't think of a good reason, can you, why our flooring consultants wouldn't just add these items to the order when they're selling the job?
No, I would liken this to having a specialty glue like when you sell some of the vinyls, you have to use this type of glue for the product to work. And these are the maintenance products, and if they want their floor to look great, they have to purchase these. You know, and leaving it, like Steve said early on, leaving it to their own discretion or their imagination, boy, it's really causing them to damage their floor. So this goes back to the sales staff, you guys being trained, and you guys teaching our customers the right way to take care of their floors. So Steve, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. I know we're going to shoot an upcoming video on about carpet maintenance and a lot of different things that you and both Craig Cabral see when you're inspecting homes. So thanks again. If you guys have any questions, definitely give Steve, Craig, myself, usually any of your store managers a call. We want to make sure we're selling these to the consumer on the very first day when they're placing the order, so they can start off taking care of their floors properly. Guys, thanks for watching. Take care.
You.
Thank you.